Hi there, I'm the Reverend Danny Crosby, a Unitarian minister serving congregations in Altrincham and in Urmston in the northwest of England. And I offer this devotion as a balm for the heart, for the mind, for the spirit, and for the soul. And it's titled, All Souls, Love, I Swear It Is Immortal. And I'm going to begin with it's a story poem, a little short story poem, beautiful children's book called No Matter What by Debbie Gliori. Check it out, it's lovely. Small was feeling grim and dark, playing toss and fling and squash, yell and scream and bang and crash, break and snap and bash and batter. Good grief, said Large, what is the matter? Small said, I'm grim and grumpy, little small, and nobody loves me at all. Oh, Small, said Large, grumpy or not, I'll always love you, no matter what. Small said, if I was a grizzly bear, would you still love me? Would you care? Of course, said Large, bear or not, I'll always love you, no matter what. Small said, but if I turned into a bug, would you still love me and give me a hug? Of course, said Large, bug or not, I'll always love you, no matter what. No matter what, said Small and smiled. What if I was a crocodile? Large said, I'd hug you close and tight and tuck you up in bed each night. Does love wear out, said Small? Does it break or bend? Can you fix it, stick it? Does it mend? Oh, help, said Large. I'm not that clever. I just know that I will love you forever. Small said, but what about when you're dead and gone? Would you still love me then? Does love go on? Large held Small snug as they looked out at the night, at the moon in the dark and the stars shining bright. Small, look at the stars, how they shine and glow. But some of those stars died a long time ago. Still they shine in the evening skies. Love, like starlight, never dies. Love, like starlight, never dies. Love, I swear it is immortal. And today is All Souls Day. Carl Seberg wrote that All Souls Day is set apart for the commemoration of those holy souls who have graced our lives and passed from our living circle. Their radiance, their works, their memories are still with us, and on this day we meet to celebrate them fondly and thoughtfully too, remembering that we also someday shall follow where they went. So today, the 2nd of November, is the feast day of All Souls, a time in the Christian calendar to remember all souls who have departed this life. It follows All Hallows Eve or Halloween on the 31st of October and All Hallows or All Saints Day on the 1st of November. And just like other Christian festivals, including Christmas, Easter, Whitsuntide, these 3 autumn days are a fascinating mixture of pre-Christian, Christian and post-Christian tradition and mythos. I am fairly certain that the children going door to door at Halloween were probably not aware that they have created a modern day variant on the pre-Christian festival of Samhain, spelled Samhain. It's a festival that not only celebrating harvest, but also a time to commune with the spirits of ancestors. And there are similar traditions throughout most cultures' autumnal and winter festivals. Autumn is a time of reflection, a time to take stock before the harsh realities of winter come. The summer has faded now, and these first days of November mark the coming of winter. Bring me the winter. Winter is near. Winter is coming. The leaves are falling. Maybe they've half fallen by now. The days grow colder. The weather is increasingly unsettled, and the evenings are suddenly dark. The clocks went back an hour last weekend. The nights are closing in much sooner and more suddenly. This time of the year has been marked as a time to honour the dead. All Souls Day, Samhain, the Hispanic Day of the Dead, which is a variant of All Souls really. If we were members, say, of a traditional Mexican family, we would go this All Souls Day evening to have a picnic on the graves of our family members. We'd have a fiesta. We would celebrate them. We would remember them. We would honour them. We would eat together and feast together and sing joyously. It would be a day of celebration, actually. But many of us are far from the gravesides of our ancestors. But we may not do it as in such a fun way, but we can still honour those who have gone before us, those who touched our lives in such incredible ways. This time of year has always been a time to pause, to reflect, to remember. There is a time for feasting, for eating, but also reflecting. Now, there is one tradition in this country, an old ancient tradition, like so many different traditions, some local, some more national. But this tradition has almost completely disappeared, actually. And that is the tradition of souling. In the tradition, children would go door to door and be given what are called soul cakes, and a soul cake's a bit similar, say, to a scone or a scone, depending on how you pronounce that word. A bit like a scone or a scone that we might enjoy today. And the soul cake is marked with a cross, which signifies a lost soul. And the children would be given these as they went door to door. Now, of course, the tradition of going door to door has been going on for hundreds of years and expecting gifts. Now it's the trick-or-treating for Halloween, isn't it? So the meaning may have changed, but the tradition is still there. Maybe next year, get some soul cakes, although they might not be too impressed, who knows. I would be. Sound more fun than a Haribo to me. But today is All Souls Day. And All Souls has grown in meaning for me as the years have passed. The last 18 months have felt relentless for personally in terms of loss and of grief. I have lost many friends, some very dear old friends, as well as dear folk in both congregations that I serve. All so dearly loved and remembered today. Some of the deaths have been deeply tragic, and I know I'm not alone in my grief, although sometimes you can feel alone. Perhaps the most painful loss of my whole life actually occurred on All Souls Day 2006, when little Ethan was killed. He was the soul that first reignited my life, when the lights had almost gone out. Though he lived only a little over 6 years, he did so much. He was the spark that rekindled the light in me. Whenever I think of the following words by Albert Schweitzer, it is his face that I see. It is his soul that I feel. At times our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lit the flame within us. Ethan's beautiful soul helped me rediscover my own soul. It helped me to once again connect to the eternal, universal soul, that holds all of life. On the first anniversary of Ethan's death, I was asked to read something at a memorial and tree planting service in the little garden at his school. Now, this was in the days before I'd begun training for ministry. Before I think I'd even begun leading worship, I can't quite remember. And I did not know what to do. Well, one of my inspirations, one of my dear friends at the time helped me. This was Mr. Peter Sampson. What a man, still with us. And what he gave me was absolutely perfect for that day and for every day since. And it was written by May Sarton, and it's called All Souls. So this is All Souls by May Sarton. Did someone say that there would be an end, oh an end to love and mourning? Such voices speak when sleep and waking blend, the cold bleak voices of the early morning, when all the birds are dumb in dark November. Remember and forget, remember. After the false night, warm true voices wake, voice of the dead that touches the cold living, through the pale sunlight once more gravely speak. Tell me again, while the last leaves are falling, dear child, what has been once so interwoven cannot be revealed, nor the gift ungiven. Now the dead move through all of us still glowing, mother and child, lover and lover mated, are wound and bound together and inflowing. What has been plaited cannot be unplaited, only the strands grow richer with each loss. And memory makes kings and queens of us. Dark into light, light into darkness spin. When all the birds have flown some real haven, we who find shelter in the warmth within, listen and feel new cherished, new forgiven. As the lost human voices speak through us and blend our complex love, our mourning without end. Some things cannot be unravelled. They are with us forever. And nor should they be unravelled. They should be tied up with us in our hearts and minds and souls forever. The gift of love is priceless, and once given is a part of our souls forever. It survives death. It cannot be destroyed. When we lose someone we love, our lives, though, are changed forever. Our lives will never be the same, quite the same again. We don't rise above our pain. We don't pretend the pain is not there. We don't get over it. We live through it, though, and we are changed by the experience. So grieving actually is about transformation, not transcendence. No. And it's not about explaining loss or understanding even why something happened. No. Grieving actually is about finding meaning in the absence of an explanation. This is love. This is grief. This is love. This is love. And grief empowers us to love. As the late Forrest Church wrote, love is grief's advance party. If we never loved, we would never hurt. Let me exaggerate just a bit to make the point. If you thought you would die, if you ever lost someone you loved, you probably wouldn't love too many people. And if you did, you'd be holding a lot back. Never really giving yourself to another, never experiencing the fullness of love, or you would be clinging so tightly that you end up smothering your loved one. If you learn to grieve, though, learn how to name your loss, how to affirm your own inherent worth and dignity, how to use your spiritual gifts to sustain you through the grieving process, how to find new ways to live that are different but not diminished, then you are free. As John Shelby Spong likes to say, you are free to love wastefully. Or, as Forrest Church put it, my heart has been broken again, and for that I am overwhelmingly thank you. Without love, this would not be possible. So that's love and death. But what happens to our physical lives once our lives have ended? I think, if I'm honest about it, is impossible to say with any certainty. Impossible for anyone. That's a matter of faith. A conclusion for each to draw themselves. One thing I feel safe in claiming, though, is that it can't be any stranger than this life. While I say death is the great mystery, in many ways, I think that life itself is an even greater mystery. And that's why I sing the joy of living every single day, in all its mystery, in all its mystery, in all its mystery. But today we remember, for today is All Souls, a time to remember, a time to re-feel those souls that we have known. And about All Souls, John O'Donoghue wrote the following. Meister Eckhart was once asked, where does the soul of a person go when a person dies? He said, no place. Where else would the soul be going? Where else is the eternal world? It can be nowhere other than here. We have falsely spatialized the eternal world. We have driven the eternal out into some kind of distant galaxy. Yet the eternal world does not seem to be a place, but rather a different state of being. The soul of the person goes no place because there is no place else to go. This suggests that the dead are here with us in the air that we are moving through all the time. The only difference between us and the dead is that they are now in invisible form, or at least to us. You cannot see them with the human eye, but you can sense the presence of those you love who have died. With the refinement of your soul, you can sense them. You feel that they are near. Brings to my heart and soul, actually, not my mind, the following poem by Rainer Maria Rilke, the poem being To Music. Music, breathing of statues, perhaps silence of paintings, you language where all language ends, you time standing vertically on the motion of mortal hearts, feelings for whom? Or you the transformation of feelings into what? Into audible landscape. You stranger music, you heart space grown out of us, the deepest space in us which rising above us forces its way out. Holy departure, when the innermost point in us stands outside, as the most practiced distance, as the other side of the air, pure, boundless, no longer habitable. As the other side of the air. That's where. As the other side of the breath of life. When I think of those we have loved and who are no longer physically with us, it seems to me that they have not gone elsewhere, but are still bound up with us. Their love is tied up in our hearts and in our souls, but in a different way. And they inhabit the other place at the other side of the air. But we can know and feel their presence when we remember them, especially if we gather together with others who remember them too. Like those Mexicans who will be on a fiesta in those graveyards now, today. In moments such as these, their souls touch our souls once again. What has been plattered cannot be unplattered, as May Sarton wrote. We can sometimes feel their presence. And I would say that the more sensitive of us can feel them more so. I have had my moments. I have felt things beyond my understanding, intensely actually, beautifully and horrifically. Like my soul's been ripped out of my being. Those we have loved and lost live on in our dreams and our memories. Such memories do indeed make kings and queens of us. Their souls are woven into our souls, the impact on our daily actions and our waking thoughts and feelings. The love that we shared never dies. Yes, their death changes our relationship with them, but the love we shared, that lives on. The love has created a bond that cannot be broken. What has been plated cannot be unplattered, This love is an eternal force that cannot be taken from us. Its influence will continue to impact upon us until our dying day, and maybe beyond that, as it impacts on the lives that we touch too. Lives which our loved ones will never have physically known perhaps, but it lives on through us. We are all bound together in a rich tapestry of love. Those who came before us, those whose lives touch us and whose lives we touch, and those who live beyond our time and space, they live on too. This love is eternal. I swear it is eternal, for it never dies. So today we remember all the souls who have touched our souls and who have shown us the way, who have revealed the love that is God. Let us also think of the lives that have been touched by these souls and our souls. Those that will come after us, that they never physically met, that we will never physically know. But that love goes on. Even if you can't name it. Let us remember. Let us offer thanks and praise for those souls who are no longer physically with us, but whose love will never leave us. For love, I swear it, love is immortal. I'm going to end with some words of blessing. For we need to bless more, and we can all bless. And we bless when we give ourselves wholeheartedly to life. Some words by Leah Derland Jones, and then some final words of blessing. For those who came before us, we offer gratitude and thanks. May their memories be a blessing. May we feel surrounded by their love. And as we go back to our lives from this time, from this space, let us be inspired by their courage, their wisdom, and their dreams. Let us honour them by doing the work of living boldly, loving mightily, and creating heaven on earth. The one thing that cannot be taken from this world, even by death, is the love we have given away before we die. For love, I swear, it is immortal. So may the love we have known, may that love bless us. And let us carry that love with us. Let it be the light that leads us in the dark days ahead. May it shine bright from our very being, and may it do so in all that we feel, in all that we think, in all that we say, in all that we do. Amen.